Hi everybody, it's Kirk here. It's 2 days before Christmas 2020. Thought I'd give you a little inside tour of the light show, my light show here in Virginia. Nice day, so might as well take advantage of it. Okay, you can see this year we're raising money for Operation Covert Santa, which provides gifts to injured service members and their families. You can see our music list this year is Let It Go, Christmas Eve by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Go Tell It on a Mountain by Pentatonics, and Candy Cane Lane by Sia. So obviously every year we do something different. Last year we had a walkthrough. This year with COVID we decided not to have a walkthrough, so we did a little different this year. Plan, people still enjoy it. Obviously make a lot of the decorations myself. Made arches over the driveway this year, and we'll take a look at those here shortly. But I'll take you through some of the displays here and how we set it up to last the wind and the rain and snow. We had snow last week. It's melted. So these candy cane poles made 2 years ago, PVC pipe. And we just took some tape and spray painted red around it, took the tape off, and we had our stripes. Got a little piece of wood there on the top and a bulb from the dollar store, so made those and just strung them with some lights. So we got 8 of those out here this year. I do have 10, but only different setup this year. Decided to do a little different. So we've also got these stars. They're wireframe stars. Got 7 of those. I strung those myself, so we just got the frames and we strung those, and we got those kind of outlining the display here. So obviously we had these signs made last year, real cheap, getting some signs made and made the platforms for them. People love them. Lighting up Ashburn, so it's great. We got our giant candy canes here we made last year. They're again out of PVC pipe. Made a mold. There's a video I have on this on how I make those. Use a pool noodle and some tape, and I strung a couple with lights this year, so really about $4 or $5 to make each one of those. Not bad at all. Then we got our individual candy canes strung along. Oh, dogs were running through here earlier. I'll have to fix that one. So we had that. So we got our big joy sign moved over here this year in front of the mega tree, and we'll take a look there. We also have the lights up in the trees. I have my own jig I created, pole for stringing the trees. It takes about a full day to get all of my pine trees out from. Well, I have 35 pine trees on my property. Don't string all of those, but I do string about 5 or 6 of them up front here. You can see the lights maybe. I had to get up earlier today. I had one disconnect, and I had to get up there and restring those. So we got some old. We've gone mostly all LED this year, which is really good for energy efficiency and does not run as much power. Some of my displays, such as some of these gifts and the trees out here, are incandescent. Some of the old deer, but we're slowly replacing everything with LED. Those incandescents will last a little bit. Once those run out, I'll probably keep the frames and then just restring them with LED accordingly. We also have our famous grass lit up, as you'll see in the nighttime videos. That is very popular here. Everybody loves the grass lit up. We've had lots of grass running for several years. This year we replaced it with green LED. It was pretty expensive, obviously, getting enough LED to cover in green. So we were able to do that. And we've had some squirrels chewing through some cords, especially those on the ground. I have put some animal repellent down, and it does seem to work right now. So that is good. That is good. Now everything I do have strung up. Everything is into the ground nice and secure. You can see that my poles have holes in the bottom here. That is because there is a piece of 4-foot rebar into the ground, and then I have it strapped with some zip ties at a couple different points, which keeps it nice and straight and sturdy when the wind comes. Everything else secured not only by stakes in the ground, but also rebar or poles into the ground. So you can see these poles here are strapped with zip ties. The poles are in the ground, as well as the trees, even the littlest trees, so they can stay grounded during the wind. All of the displays you can see, even the Olaf there has, PVC pipe going into the ground so it can stay secure. These deer I don't have, but I do got the heavy duty. I buy these heavy duty tent stakes. You can get the packages at Walmart or Tractor Supply or any place that has those. Get a whole package of 10 pretty cheap, so it makes it really good. We got our manger scene display this year. So we've got, Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus with the cross, and we just put a little star on top of a PVC post I made there. And we added our palm trees to it to make it look like a desert scene. Now, I have had a issue. My palm trees, which have been outside all year long, out on our back deck for nighttime, sitting out there and making us feel like we might have been in Florida, although here in Virginia. But my rope lights went out and could not figure out, kept blowing the fuses. I think I have whittled it down to the actual extension cords that lead into it. So I do have some on order. Unfortunately, they're not going to be here until until after Christmas. Hopefully, I'll get them before the light show is actually off on January 2nd. But with this, so I've got only one LED tree working right now, and it's a tall one. I actually took a strip light. I took off the rope light, so you can see here, I got a rope light around the palm trees, and then the rope lights connect. I got it disconnected, obviously, because it's not working. So my little one's not on right now, so people can see it during the daytime, but they won't see it at night. What I did was I took the rope off of the large tree here. I bought some LED strip lights, weatherproof, obviously. Strung those around, so I got them strung all the way around, and I put the little hydro, what do you call it, hydroglyphic or whatever it's called, pictures back in there to make it shine a little bit. I just took a string of red and white LED lights going up, so it shows a little different. It's not orange like the original, but we'll see what comes in if my lights work again. And either I will go to strips, putting strips on this one tree, or going back to the rope LED like the little one. We'll see how those cords come out if that was the issue. So, but you can see everything, like I said, everything too got in with posts or rebar into the ground here. So we got everything secure. We get wind gusts, 30-40 miles per hour, and everything holds. Got a couple little animals. These candy canes we made here a couple years ago. Just got these frames, and I just strung some tape around it and some lights and a little PVC into the ground, and we got that all set. So we had a wreath this year, so Had it in the back last year. We're not doing a backyard display this year, so just decided to put it out with a stake here this year. These trees got our blue and white LED trees. These were old trees that were given to me. I took them off of somebody other displays. They weren't working and everything else, and we stripped them down and we restrung them with blue and cool white LED. And I've got 2 of those trees, and then one in the back there, the same. So, and we got, obviously, everything's secured down. Some things I have to put a piece of wood because of the slope on our yard to even it out. But usually the rebar into the ground, zip ties are going to hold things pretty straight up. So we've got that. There's a couple candy cane blow molds there that we acquired at the end of last year. So we got our Christmas display, put in a flower bed. We got more candy canes around here. You can see the tree lights. So, and our mega tree, my mega tree. Okay, this is 17-foot mega tree. Over 8,000 lights on this mega tree. Built it last year. And what we've got is 16 strands of lights, 100 on each strand, and we've got 5 different colors going for each individual strand. We've got the green, red, blue, white, and then multicolor. And then I created a star. I made a video last year that showed how I made this star with some wood slats and just some staples and a 50 count cool white lights on there. So we got it strung up, and what we've got here is what I did. A lot of people use just fence posts and guy wires, but I actually had this umbrella stand, one of those large 11-foot umbrellas that were they hung over a porch from the side and were weighed down by sandbags. I had one, the umbrella went bad, got torn, I could not find a replacement, so I ended up just cutting off the top of that, getting PVC pipe, jamming it into the hole there to go the rest of the way up. And I've got it weighed down, and you can see here that I've got it weighed down by 3 70-pound sandbags. I do have some wood there to make it even. Obviously, we've got a big slope on the yard here, so that makes it even. And then I took some PVC pipe, and I've got into the ground some rebar, got it around, got a circle so I can evenly measure things out. And I spray painted it black just so kind of it blends in with the yard there. But you can see each one that we went through. We tied, put a hole into the, hopefully you can see that, drilled a hole through, and then took a piece or a zip tie, went through with the bound of wires and connected that through. So, and then each one, and then we have up top, I created this, I got this big connector up there, and I have 8 eye hooks drilled into each side. So each eye hook has 2 strands, so we start with 1, and it will have 1 and number 9 in the same one, and then you have 2 and number 10 on one. So we'll go around, and that holds it up. So this holds nice and sturdy. It is able to really hold the wind. Everything's secure. It's really in good. I do have a couple points into the ground where I've got rebar into the ground, and then I've got the PVC going in, and then you can see that I also have these tent stakes here and holding down with the zip tie to hold it down, because you can see that it's got a little flex there. I leave a little flex for the wind. I don't want it too sturdy where it's going to pull it down. But you can see you got it secured down, so we go around. And we'll come back to this tree in a moment when I show the controllers.